Welcome to the first episode of the EFL Fallout podcast with me and Ara. Welcome to the Fallout podcast with me, Mark, and Ara, where we look through all what's happened this weekend in the EFL.
Episode of the EFL Fallout podcast, created by me and Mark. How are you doing, Mark?
Not bad, not bad. It's been an interesting weekend in the EFL.
Yeah. And you went to a non-league game today, didn't you?
Yeah, I went to Elverton. It was
So
all
how
right.
was that?
It's not the same football, is it? It's non-league, so it's not the same quality. Referee is poor as well.
Yeah, and should we start with Coventry winning 7-1 against QPR on Saturday?
Yeah,
I
that
didn't
was.
expect that.
No, I didn't expect. I thought Coventry would win, and I think I said it on our podcast on the Friday night, that Coventry would win, but not by that amount. You know what I mean? Probably 2-3-1, but not 7
Yeah.
1.
Well, so we got some results from the Championship. Leicester winning 1-0.
Mm.
Blackburn winning 3-0. Sorry, Mark.
I think Sheffield Wednesday stuck out for me because they was 2-0 down against Wrexham, weren't they? And brought it back to
Yeah.
2-2.
Yeah, because Wrexham scored in the 15th minute and the 31st to make it 2-0. And then, Sheffield Wednesday came back to 2-2. Wrexham not having a good start in the Championship so far.
No, not so far. They're not finding it that easy to walk the leagues like they did in League Two or the National League. They're not having it all their own way, are they? Or in League One.
No, because they lost the opening day of the season to Southampton 2-1, then won in the Carabao Cup first round on pens against Hull, and then losing 3-2 to West Brom, and then picking up a point at home against Sheffield Wednesday. So it's not really a great start because everyone expected them to go up this year.
Yeah, but
But
in football, we all know it's not how you start; it's how you finish. You could be
yeah,
terrible for 2 months, and then you can just start flying. You know what I mean? Football is a strange old game.
yeah, and then you got Swansea drawing to Watford 1-1. Birmingham picking up another win against Oxford United. They're having a good start in the Championship. I think they're
Yeah,
still unbeaten. And then you got Middlesbrough winning 2-1 against Norwich. Preston beating Ipswich. I think Ipswich is not having a great start either. Um, Millwall winning 1-0 against Sheffield United. Things need to change for them because I think they're still bottom of the league.
yeah. Sheffield United. What's gone off? It's like they shouldn't have sacked the manager. I was. It's strange. You get to the playoffs, and it's a bit like Notts, who's Sheffield United. They get
Yeah,
to the playoffs. Okay, they went one step further. You know what I mean? They went to Wembley, but they still sacked the manager, and we finished sixth in the playoffs, and we sack our manager. So it's one of those strange things. The sacking the manager don't always get you the results you think the board and the owners think it's going to get them. You know what I mean?
yeah, because they only have scored one goal in the Championship so far, and that was against Bristol City when they lost 4-1. So maybe Bristol City got their revenge against Sheffield United, but and then they lost to Swansea 1-0 and Millwall 1-0, and obviously losing out in the cup first round against Birmingham. Stoke, 10 men Stoke beating Southampton 2-1. West Brom drawing 1-1 with Portsmouth, and then obviously Wrexham drawing to Sheffield Wednesday. So you got some interesting results in the Championship
Mm.
for is it game week 3?
Yeah, Stoke are top, aren't they, at the minute? After 3 games, you got Middlesbrough second. You got Coventry, West Brom, Birmingham, and Preston. Leicester down in seventh. You got Millwall, Bristol City. Then the bottom half, you got Sheffield United, Oxford. I thought Oxford would be down there, and then QPR at the bottom, and then Sheffield Wednesday and Derby and Wrexham in 19th as well. Ipswich 18th. See, I said Ipswich would go down, and I got ridiculed for my a sort of pre-season predictions.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think I said Ipswich was going to win the league, so far that's not happening, but still early days.
It is.
Moving on to League One, Cardiff scoring one goal to beat Luton Town. I think that was a really good game, to be fair.
Yeah, I thought Cardiff, when we seen them play Notts at Meadow Lane, it's just the quality they had. And I thought, because they're one of my favourites to win the league, and I'm not like shocked where they are in the league at the moment.
Yeah, I mean, obviously Cardiff, my favourites to win the league. I thought they're really good against us, and then I think they're still unbeaten, and they're not unbeaten, but they have a good record so
Well,
far.
they've won four, haven't they, and drawn one. They haven't lost a
Yeah.
game yet.
So Wigan drawing to Rotherham 2-2. AFC Wimbledon, I think, getting their first win against Barnsley 2-0.
Second win. They beat Lincoln
Second.
last week, didn't they?
Yeah, so they're having a good start in League One, aren't they?
They're having a good. See, them Mansfield. What else did I say? Them and Mansfield. There was my favourites to go dad. So I don't know. They are doing well, but it's not. This is the thing. What if you like Mansfield last year? They played really well up until New Year's Day. I think that was the last
Yep.
winner. They went on like a 14 game where they didn't win a game. You know, so it can change around at either end of the table.
Well, I mean, I think after Mansfield winning 4-1 against Leighton Orient, I think that's 4 wins on the bounce for them. So they'll be with confidence. And then obviously they're going to Everton on Wednesday night in the Carabao Cup. So it'll be a good experience for them.
Yeah, and the nice new stadium as well. Yeah, they won four in the bounce if you include the Chesterfield game, three in the league.
Yep, Plymouth Argyle getting their first win in League One after beating Blackpool 1-0.
And other would be well pleased with that win as well.
Yeah, Doncaster beating Port Vale 1-0. Yeah, yet again, another boring game in my opinion, but Doncaster got it over the line with a 1-0 win. 10 men Stockport beating Burton 2-1. Wickham drawing 2-2 to Reading. You got Bradford drawing 1-1 with Peterborough.
That
That
one
game
did
was a bit.
that game did surprise me. The sort of quality in that game was really, really poor, wasn't it? For both sides. It wasn't a really
Yeah,
good and I watched that game and it was sort of like I was bored to tears, literally. You got to give it Peterborough for carry on going and getting the first point on the board as well.
yeah. In League Two, you got two half 12 games. MK Dons beating Newport 2-1 and Walsall beating Salford 1-0. I think I got that one right in our predictions in our podcast from Tuesday.
But did you see the penalty? Did you watch the penalty that MK Dons got awarded? I think it was in the because Collins scored the winner, didn't he?
Yeah, yeah,
In the first half. That's I don't know whether that was a penalty or not. I just think that's if you're doing well in the league, then you sort of get them easier penalties.
yeah. Well, I mean, Crew lost their first game to Gillingham 1-0. I thought Crew were a bit unlucky in that game with their chances that they had, but Gillingham did what they did, put the ball in the back of the net, and came away with the 3 points.
See, I thought Crew was very unlucky in that game. The underside of the crossbar and everything. They had some really good chances in that game, but that's one of them games where you have so much possession, you have so many chances, and then the other side just goes and nicks it 1-0.
Yeah, you got Chesterfield responding from their 4-1 loss to Gillingham, beating Harrogate 2-1, and I think Chesterfield scored in the 81st minute to win the game. Barnet picking up their first win of the season against Cheltenham. I think it's looking for trouble for Cheltenham.
Yeah, it's not looking very good for Cheltenham, is it? It's like you wonder where their first like win's going to come from, and at the moment, I'm not seeing it. It'll probably come against
Yeah,
Notts.
well, I mean, Shrewsbury as well is not having a good start, also losing out to Swindon 2-1. I think Swindon scored a lovely team goal, to be fair. I think
You know the best
the one
goal
that.
I think in League Two this weekend. it's got to be the Tranmere second goal. The scored from outside the
Yeah.
box. I don't know if you see it,
No, I haven't.
but it's just like you come down, you whack in the back of the net. It was a really good goal.
Well, I mean, also Bristol Rovers getting their first win of the season to a 10-man Cambridge United side, so they'll be looking for a boost of momentum going into next weekend's fixtures. I don't even know who they play, but I think it's a good result for them.
And Bristol Rovers have got Grimsby. That's see how Grimsby gonna because they've got Man United in the cup, haven't they?
Yep.
On Wednesday night. Are Grimsby going to put too much energy into that game, and then by the time Saturday's game with Bristol Rovers come, they haven't got the fitness levels or the same sort of desire. You know what I mean for that game. So that could be
Yeah, but
another
then
Bristol Rovers win.
Man United might not play their full starting 11 against Grimsby, so I think we'll see on Wednesday. I think it's an 8 o'clock kickoff on ITV, I believe.
Yep. Evening,
And
Graham.
so, good evening. So who do you think is going to be the first manager to get sacked from League Two?
Oh, I don't know. Probably the Cheltenham manager. I would say.
Yeah, I mean, Shrewsbury's got obviously in the past second managers they're not having a good start. So I reckon it's either between the Shrewsbury manager or the Cheltenham manager because I think Cheltenham's Cheltenham's bottom having a -10 goal difference. Shrewsbury with 1 point, so they got that point against Bromley opening day of the season, I believe.
Yeah.
And obviously, as a Notts fans, we watch Notts against Bromley. That weren't really. Well, I mean, a point's betting on none, but I think it's 2 points dropped, really, weren't it?
For Notts, it was 2 points dropped. It was like when you lead in a game, then we defended for so long in that second half. I don't know, part the bus. It is 2 points drop. Whatever you're gonna like, sort of spit on it. There's no positives really if you just sit back most of the second half, in my opinion.
Yeah. So reading out the table, then, so you got Crew on first with 12 points, Chesterfield in second with 12 points, MK Dons third with 11, Grimsby fourth with 11, Gillingham fifth with 11, Bromley sixth in the playoffs in ninth, Walsall in seventh with ninth, Swindon in eighth with 9 points, Salford in ninth with 9 points, Tranmere in 10th and 8 points, which Notts County will play Tranmere next on Saturday. Um, Harrogate in 11th, 8 points. Fleetwood with 12th on 8 points. Cambridge United 13th with 7. Barrow 14th with 6. Barnet 15th with 6. Notts County in 16th with 5 points on the board. Colchester 17th with 5 points as well. Oldham 18th with 4 points. Newport 19th with 4 points. Bristol Rovers 20th with 4 points. Accrington Stanley, who are they?
I don't know. What are
Supposed to say exactly.
they? Exactly.
Never mind, we'll move on with 2 points. Corney 22nd with 1 point. Shrewsbury Town 23rd with 1 point. And then with 0 points in 24th is Cheltenham. But
You know who we need though? And I was watching this on my phone on Dizan, the Dizode or whatever. We need Ryan Linger from Carlisle. His goals today,
yeah,
right?
scored a hat trick, didn't he?
Yeah, at trick as well. We need a striker like that. And obviously, Notts being a bigger club and everything, like
Yeah.
we chuck them a mill, they'll take it. You know, with
Well, we give
a
him.
bit of jatter money. You know what I mean? Because I think
We'll
he got
give.
like 5 goals. Like Dennis has got 5 goals, had he
Yeah.
in what 4 or 5 games? Ryan Linney's got, I think, 5 goals as well. I think they'd be a good partnership actually.
Yeah. I mean, we can always do a swap deal with Jatton and plus a little bit of money.
No, I don't think Jata will go down a league, but we can always who can we give? We give him Jarvis, yeah, Jarvis, like in a swap deal. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think we're asking for much here. But
Yeah, too much there. But he
so
scored with his head. He scored a stunner as well, didn't he? He
yeah,
scored, yeah. So three different type of goals as well, which was really good.
so apart from Coventry beating QPR 7-1, which no one expected, what do you think was the best game in the EFL that weekend?
Uh, the best game in the FL that weekend. I'd say the Wimbledon result
Yeah.
against Barnsley because it was sort of like a dogged performance.
Did you see McGoldrick trying to do a bicycle kick?
Yeah, I see it. He might as well have gave up. That's not one of his luckiest grounds, is it? He's been there with Notts,
No.
not scored. Uh,
Yeah.
yeah, so it's not a lucky ground for him. But that's the one what
Yeah.
really surprised me. I thought it was a really good performance from Wimbledon.
Well, it's normally when Wimbledon go 1-0 up, they normally come out with the 3 points because they're really good at defence, aren't they? So
Yeah, they might survive. They might like I might have been wrong and I underestimated their defending, but they did lose a lot of players in the summer from the
yeah.
side what took them up.
Well, I mean, it's going to be a hard one. It's still early days, but two back-to-back wins. I think they'll be full of confidence going into next Saturday. Let's check who they got. League One. So
But
Wimbledon are playing Bradford City.
all the Bradford at home, aren't they? Bradford away.
Yeah.
That's gonna be different. You see, Bradford could either slip up after that one point. They're good at home though. You got to admit, Bradford are good at home.
Yeah.
They do like scoring goals at home. So
I
I
mean,
don't
but
know. That might be a draw.
yeah, but with Bradford playing in the cup, is that going to tire the players out? Because
Uh, they've got a decent sized squad. I think Stoke will Stoke play a lot of youngsters. Probably they've probably got better chance than Grimsby ever going through because Man United's youngsters, they'll probably put a few well known players in there. Well, wellish known, what aren't in the starting 11 in the Man U side.
yeah,
So I think Bradford have got a better chance of going through to the next round. But it's are they've got an extra day, haven't they, from so like Grimsby have in their game.
yeah,
So I don't know. The cup's funny. I mean, Grimsby could go and beat Manu, which would be amazing for Grimsby. Good for their bank balance as well.
yep,
And then you've got in the next round, you've got more teams from the Premier League coming in, so they could get even Bradford City could pick out a nice draw if they get through against Stoke. Depends how much Stoke are really interested in going to the next round as well.
yeah. Well, I mean, Plymouth Argyle is going to be having a week in Wales, obviously playing Swansea in the Carabao Cup and then Cardiff in the league.
Yeah, you might as well just book an hotel and stay there, aren't you?
Yeah.
'Cause, you
So
know what I
League
mean?
Two's fixtures for next week. You got another two half-12 kickoffs. Barrow versus Fleetwood, Crewe versus Swindon, and then moving on to the 3 o'clock kickoffs. Barnet versus Colchester, Bromley versus Harrogate, Cambridge United versus Newport County, Chesterfield versus Crawley, Grimsby versus Bristol Rovers, MK Dons against Walsall, Oldham versus Gillingham, Shrewsbury versus Accrington Stanley. Who are they?
Exactly.
There we go. Tranmere Rovers versus Notts County. Saving the best game to last.
They say the worst game till last. I'm dreading that game because we're not firing on all cylinders yet, and I think that's a disappointing thing.
Yeah, so it's obviously Carabao Cup week this week again. So you got Reading versus AFC Wimbledon, Cambridge United versus Charlton, Wolves versus West Ham, an All Premier League affair, Accrington Stanley versus Doncaster, Barnsley versus Rotherham, Birmingham versus Port Vale, Bournemouth versus Brentford, another Premier League affair, Bromley versus Wickham, Burnley versus Derby, Burton versus Lincoln, Cardiff City versus Cheltenham, Millwall versus Coventry, Norwich versus Southampton, Preston Wrexham, Stoke Bradford City, Sunderland Huddersfield, Swansea Plymouth, Wigan Stockport, and Sheffield Wednesday versus Leeds United.
The Sheffield Wednesday Leeds United is going to be a good one. Is
And
that
obviously
TV?
you got
Is that a TV game as
uh,
well?
it's an 8 o'clock kickoff, so I'm guessing so. And then you got 4 games on Wednesday. You got Everton versus Mansfield Town, Fulham versus Bristol City, Oxford United versus Brighton, and then the big one, Grimsby Town versus Manchester United. That's going to be a good game.
See, as Mansfield goes to Everton, I can't see them beating Everton though. You know what I mean? I think if there's going to be a shock, it might be the Man United one, in my
Yeah, and
opinion.
also, and you got the return of the No One Likes Cup, the Versus Trophy. You got Bristol Rovers versus Tottenham under 21s, Oldham versus Manchester City under 21s, and then Shrewsbury versus Chelsea under 21.
And yeah, no one likes that cup.
So there's interesting fixtures in the Carabao Cup, isn't there? I think
Because
Sheffield Wednesday versus Leeds will be an interesting one.
yeah, it's Yorkshire sort of like Derby in it as well.
Yeah,
And so that
I
be
mean,
there's more on that. It's a bit like in the last round where Chesterfield played Mansfield. You know what I mean? It's one of
yeah,
them where you don't really play. I don't know whether Sheffield Wednesday and Leeds will play like weaker squads or anything, but in the Chesterfield Mansfield game, they didn't play a weaker squad. Mansfield didn't. They went to win that game, and they've done well ever
yeah,
well since.
yeah. I want to know how Coventry responds after that demolition. Can't speak. Against QPR because obviously they're way at Millwall. So would they focus on the cup or would they focus on the league? We don't know. Let's see. Bromley's got a good tie against Wickham. Uh, you got two Premier League games in the Carabao Cup. I think also you got Barnsley versus Rotherham. That's also a derby as well.
I mean, that's going to be a good game as well because that's a derby. And but who's going to win that? Who wants it more? They're both in the same league.
Yep. Oh, also I forgot to say this. I was going to say this at the start, but rest in peace, the Chesterfield owner Phil. Oh, I forgot his last name. Is it Phil Kirk?
Yeah,
Yeah, rest in peace and sending condolences to his family and friends and everyone connected at Chesterfield. I was going to say that at the start, but
yeah, yeah. And the same from me. The thing I missed off is how is crew gonna like react on Saturday after winning 4 in a row? Are they going to bounce back with a win, or are they going to slide? It's a bit like the commentary result as well. You know what I mean? Because like
yeah,
when you score a load of goals, the next game you could go and lose.
yeah. Well, I mean, I saw something funny on Twitter like after the Notts game where someone said unbelievable stuff for Notts County yesterday. So obviously Gordon and Bennett came on, and I think that's kind of a what do you call it?
It's like a meme, innit?
Yeah, Gordon Bennett's 2.7. Thought
Yeah,
that was funny.
it was quite funny. But the really transfer news isn't much around, is there? Just say like we're just over a week away from the close of the transfer window.
Yeah,
I did see
nothing
that
really big.
Wrexham was looking at somebody in La Liga. Well, not La Liga, in the French league,
Yeah,
looking for us. I think it's sort of a striker. I think they're just buying players for the love or money.
yeah. Well, I mean, they signed Ryan Hardy, I believe, from Plymouth Argyle. I think last week, right?
Yeah,
So, maybe we'll get some more interesting news throughout the week because we only got, well, tomorrow it's a week until the window closes. So we'll see. I think that's really about it, really.
Yep, that is.
So it was short and sweet today, but hopefully we can have more people on this time next week. Also, our next podcast, I believe, is our next one on Thursday night, Thursday
Yep.
evening,
Yeah, Thursday evening at 6 p.m.
for the Tranmere versus Notts County preview, and then we're back on Friday as well for another podcast.
Yeah, looking to add to all the fixtures in the Premier League, the EFL, and the National League as well.
And that's at 6 p.m. as well, I believe.
6:45, wasn't it?
6:45, yeah. So I'd like to thank Mark for joining
You're welcome.
and everyone that was listening. Please give it a review, and anyone fancies joining next week, just let me know. And it's not the county works on X, so yeah, every Monday 6:45 p.m. Thank you all, and see you all on Thursday.